Welcome back, people. Over the past few days in our news, we see all kind of protests are going around the world. But the one where kind of catch me attention and grab me, and the one at Harvard where a Rhodes Scholar not allowed to graduate. The irony of it, a Rhodes Scholar. Number Rhodes, her name Cecil Rhodes, or whatever her name was. Them man there, a whole heap of black people, them man they slaughter in South Africa. Down in them Southern Africa here there. And take all the people them riches and whatever. What the irony. And watch this now. The other irony. I can bet thousands of graduates at Harvard don't even realize so the person with the school name after the college, university name after John Harvard is a black man. And if you can't see the signs, people, it not stated straight out like that. But what a trick. Looking in the 1600s, to become a free man. Why not go on to Europe them time? They born in England. Sorry. Check on the history, people. Why not go on to them time there with the black people? See? And the man does a up and left and go America. See? Get involved in some church thing. I try to reform Church of England. But check it. A man in the area. Watch this now, no? Harvard open. Just few weeks before him dead. Him there in America. About 2 years before him dead. Him entire family dead off in space about 13 years. His mother and father and whatever go down the line from just few years before him left go America. And him reach America and within 2 years him there America. Him end up unalive. And watch the trick. Them take him books, them, all him book them. Half of him money. And give him wife the other half of him money. Supposedly. But me I wonder to myself, could this man be? Them realize the brightest thing about there. And them find a way and get rid of him. Because I wonder, but they must say him dead from some disease. Disease will kill him family. So hold on. How them catch these diseases so often? And why it take nearly 2 years after him reach America if he kill him when he kill the rest of his family so fast when them did there with him did there in England? Escape and them follow him. Anyway, people, make we listen to this Harvard story and work with it. Don't forget to subscribe while you're at it.
Facts pointing towards the famous John Harvard being a black man. John Harvard, On the 2nd of November, 1637, Harvard became a freeman of Charlestown, Massachusetts Bay Colony, where he immediately was recognized as a learned and pious man. He served as assistant pastor of the First Church of Charlestown, and he was appointed a member of the committee to help compile the colony's Body of Liberties. John Harvard. 1607-38. Harvard University's name honors Puritan clergyman John Harvard, the New England colonist who bequeathed to the school his library and half of his estate. John Harvard was born in November 1607 in London, England. He graduated from Emmanuel College in Cambridge, England, in 1631 and earned a master's degree in 1635. Harvard married in 1636 and sailed for New England the following year. On the 2nd of November, 1637, Harvard became a freeman of Charlestown, Massachusetts Bay Colony, where he immediately was recognized as a learned and pious man. He served as assistant pastor of the First Church of Charlestown, and he was appointed a member of the committee to help compile the colony's Body of Liberties. Harvard had inherited considerable property in England, and when he died of tuberculosis on the 14th of September, 1638, in Charlestown, he left an estate of about £1,600. In his will he directed that half his money, along with his collection of classical and theological literature, be given to a school recently created in neighboring Newtown, soon to be renamed Cambridge. The school had been founded in 1636, and Harvard's gift assured its continued operation. In 1639 the Massachusetts General Court decreed that the school be named Harvard College in gratitude to its first large benefactor. Harvard College is now the undergraduate school of Harvard University. John Harvard's name is so familiar that it may come as a surprise to learn how much of a man of mystery he is. Most graduates of the university that bears his name know that no picture or physical description of him survives, so it is impossible to know what he looked like. But consider this further catalogue of lacunae: no surviving record documents the date of his birth, ordination, or arrival in Massachusetts. There is no way to be certain why he went to college, entered the Puritan ministry, or emigrated to the New World, nor is there any way to be sure why he bequeathed the bulk of his estate to a small college that welcomed its first students barely days or weeks before he died. Thanks to this bequest, John Harvard eventually became the most famous member of Puritan New England's first generation, yet the best tools for sketching him are inference, informed speculation, and the genealogist's most useful friends, vital records. Harvard was born in Southwark, Surrey, across the Thames from the City of London. His father, Robert, a butcher, worshipped at St. Saviour's, the same church as William Shakespeare. Because his mother, Catherine, was a native of Stratford-on-Avon, one author has proposed that the playwright introduced the couple an intriguing story, but the evidence is entirely circumstantial. Robert Harvard was a more prominent resident of Southwark than his occupation might suggest. He held a number of important local offices, including vestryman and trustee of the parish grammar school, where students learned the Latin they needed for college. In the absence of written evidence, it is reasonable to assume his son studied at this school, probably entering about 1615. Grammar schools sent many of their brightest students directly to the realm's two ancient universities, Oxford and Cambridge, but John Harvard's formal education came to a temporary halt at the end of the parish school's course of study. At this point he was probably apprenticed to a master to learn a practical calling. One of his brothers was a London cloth worker. London was the place to get ahead in early Stuart England. Ambitious men and women came by the tens of thousands, bringing not only their aspirations, but also disease. Harvard was the fourth of 9 children, but after his father, a stepsister, and 2 brothers died of the plague in the summer of 1625, only his mother and 1 brother, Thomas, remained of his immediate family. They shared a comfortable estate that grew and grew again when Catherine Harvard remarried twice within the next 2 years. There was a silver lining for Harvard in his family's tragic losses: the deaths increased each survivor's inheritance. With the money that became available to him, he resumed his education in December 1627, when he entered Emmanuel College, Cambridge, where he paid his own way. Nothing in his own words indicates why he chose Emmanuel, but in itself his selection was a statement of his purposes. Puritans had established the college in 1584 to train their clergy. Harvard clearly wanted a role in their campaign to reform the Church of England. A decade later, almost all the family's assets, about £2,000, were his. Catherine had died in 1635 and Thomas in the spring of 1637. Meanwhile, in April 1636, Harvard had married Anne Sadler of Ringmer, Sussex. By now he had probably also taken holy orders, although no confirming record survives. In the late 1630s, a certain kind of college man found New England an especially attractive prospect. Puritans, Cambridge men, and particularly graduates of Emmanuel solemnly committed to theological and liturgical reform. More than 1/4 of the university men who came to New England before 1646 had studied at Emmanuel. It was probably Harvard's old college contacts that brought him to Massachusetts. Only a little more than a year elapsed between the summer of 1637, when the Harvards arrived in Massachusetts, and the 14th of September 1638, when John died of consumption. During this period he became a valued resident of Charlestown, where he was called to be the church's teacher, one of its 2 clergymen. In Harvard, Charlestown had a passionate preacher who in the brief time left to him spoke with tears of affection strong. By the time the Harvards settled in Charlestown, John must already have been in failing health. It is easy to imagine his clerical colleagues, perhaps including old Emmanuel friends, visiting him with updates on the progress of the new college in Cambridge. They were aware that he had an imposing library, some 400 volumes. They might even have known about the wealth he had inherited from his family. Consumption kills slowly. By the time Harvard died, he knew what he wanted to do with his estate. Of course he had to take care of his wife, who received half his money. The remainder, £800, twice the sum granted by the colony's General Court in 1636 for the establishment of a college, and his entire library, he gave to the new school in Cambridge. The bequest ensured that his name would never be forgotten.
As people sounds out here, the people know him have a vast collection of books there. And then possibly know of the wealth, the money where him get off of the property where him parents used to own in England after them dead and gone. So when you look into all of that people, I remember them days a time when black people lose them things and lose them life too over it with no qualms, nothing to stop it from happening. No law. Them time that you could have said the earth the lawless. There's no punishment for nothing you do against black people. So and I must for no pneumonia, no TB, no consumption, and I must for none of them things that kill him. And him end up a right will forget somebody else. Him money instead of give him wife him money. Okay, yeah, give them the book them. But half of your money as well. You can help protect your wife, maybe possibly rest her life. Remember the people, them say people have visited him from England and tell him about the new college where I built at Cambridge. So who knows what disease, like the people them say, like the narrator say, them a come with them diseases. All of them disease there. Maybe even they even know about them disease there. Because when them disease they possibly catch all them family, they go to catch all them family by surprise, just like how COVID the other day come round and catch people and bath people dead out. So we don't know people. Anything can go on. Any card can play. And possibly because a whole heap of people know say him have them book there. That's the reason why them end up attach him name. I decide say right, here what happen. Everybody about here know this man and know of this man of greatness. And know say we have him book him. So might as well we attach him name to the college. But take off the information and the information as to what him look like. Them still couldn't get rid of them, still not get rid of the part of them say he became a free man. You had to have been a slave to become a free man. You had to have been a slave to become a free man. So what happened there? Within him left from him, between him left from whatever college him go to England, the college name again, till when him reach America with all I book them when him reach America with that him have to become a free man. When him reach America him become a slave or something, and within a few months he end up becoming a free man. Did he become a slave on the ship? What happened? How this free man thing come in? Anyway, people, I'm gonna left on thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I wanna think about this one, and how society hide the truth from we. Sometimes in a plain sight, but it's still hidden. Let me know what you think, people. Out.